Hello, thank you for joining us at Library Stalker today. My name is Kevin Jump, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at 3 library websites that I think are exceptionally well done and good models to use for anyone looking to design a website of their own for their current library. The first website we're going to look at is an academic library. It's Morehead State University Camden Carroll Library. As you can see, if you type in the Morehead State Library heading, Morehead State University Camden Carroll Library is the first hit that comes up. So we can go directly to that library, and here we are. I think you can see right away why Library Stalker thinks that this is a good example of a library website. You can see immediately the clear-cut images and the complementary colors. Blue and white are the primary colors in use, but there's also yellow and also some gray, and these provide some well-needed contrast. But overall, it's just a very well-balanced, colorful, but tasteful library site. As you can see, the emphasis, of course, for this website is the academic audience. And here at the top, you have prospective students with various links available, current students, faculty and staff, alumni and friends, and a general community link. Since this is an academic website, you do have over the WorldCat search function here, you do have immediate links to books, articles, online items, DVDs, etc. And of course, course reserves down here. These are all features that may not be entirely special to academic libraries, but they are hallmarks of academic libraries, much more so than public institutions. As you can see, there's nothing particularly unusual about the typography or the various color schemes that are used. Everything is very professional, quite conventional in most respects. The graphics are very limited. Other than the photos up here at the top of the page, there's not a whole lot. Of course, the Morehead State logo, typical for most libraries. In the middle of the in the middle of the page, the only unusual, somewhat unconventional feature of the site is this advertisement for the new LCD screens that are in the Library Commons area. This flashes in and out, changing images, and the typography does shift. But whereas in another type of setting this might be a distraction, the rest of the site is so well laid out and so clean and streamlined that it's really not a problem. The advertisement stands out without being gaudy, and that's probably the point. They wanted it to stand out. This is just a clean, compact design that I think works extremely well on its own terms. It doesn't try to do too much on one page. Most of the links are hidden away under these top headers up here, and I think the page is just a good example of an academic library utilizing its homepage space very well and not trying to do too much. It's a site that offers everything it needs to without going overboard. This would definitely, I think, be a good role model for any web designer at an academic library or even a public library. Although, as we'll see later on, public libraries do have a different purpose in mind. Alright, from Morehead, we're going to go across the state a ways to Berea, Kentucky, and we're going to take a look at the Hutchins Library of Berea College. Berea is a small private college located, of course, in Berea, Kentucky. And here you see the web page and its layout. What you have here is, again, a very clear-cut, very clean, very streamlined design. In fact, this is even cleaner and more streamlined than the Morehead State Library site. As you can see, there's almost a minimalist design here. It's not the catchiest site you're ever going to see. It doesn't jump right out at you, but I think that's actually in its favor. Other than the photograph of the entrance to the library here, and the Berea College logo. Uh, there are very few graphics. Some links to Facebook, Twitter, and that's about it. Graphics are not a big part of this page, which I think is in its favor. Um, you do have, of course, quick links up here at the top, and a search box, always a common feature on libraries' homepages. And as with the Morehead State Library, there is recognition that students and faculty and staff who come to this page are probably going to be looking for certain things. We have subject guides, electronic resources, full-text journals, Berea Digital Library, and these are all things that students especially, and also to some degree faculty and staff, are going to look for right away when they probably come to this page. You have a small box here that advertises any recent news developments. There's a frequently asked questions link, ask a librarian, helps for finding resources, reference instruction, an interlibrary loan link, link to special collections, archives, etc. Basically everything is here. In the middle of the page we have other library catalogs, electronic resources, Berea College bibliography, Hutchins Library Appalachian bibliography. Here there are other links, including recent editions. I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff here, but it's very limited in what the page aspires to do. This is kind of a bare bones page, but I think that works very well. This is an academic website, and Berea is a pretty well respected college in Kentucky. Not that Morehead is not, but Berea, being a private college, perhaps wants to maintain even more a certain feeling of professionalism, and I think the page suggests that. There's just not a whole lot of clutter here. There's no clutter really, and I think it's just got a very nice professional looking design that clearly suggests to the person looking at it for the first time that there's no funny business going on here. This is a professional's website, I think. Everything is here that you need to get into, but nothing jumps out at you. And I think that's very much on purpose, very much part of the design. We like this design precisely because it is just so clear cut and clean cut. All right. Now contrasted with Berea and Morehead, both of which have kind of the laid back, streamlined academic look, we're also going to look at the Laurel County Public Library. And this is located in London, Kentucky. And as you can see here right away, it's a very different sort of design. You have several different links, all competing with each other here. You have the middle of the page, the first thing your eye goes to, at least the first thing my eye goes to, is this evolving ad here in the beginning. Laurel County seems to understand that they're going to have people come into the site looking for different things. Magazines, yeah, we've got them. A way to keep track of your library books, ELF, Laurel County Library podcast advertising, a way to show your support, the tagline of the library, dynamic learning opportunities for all. And that's just this ever-changing ad right here at the top middle of the page. At the very top, of course, you have the ever-present Search Our Collection, which is a mainstay of all library websites these days. And then, of course, you have the logo for the Laurel Library, the home link, books and materials. You can look up books, audiobooks, videos, newspapers, magazines, etc. Research tools and helps, which includes the online databases, various activities going on in their community rooms, study rooms, etc. Activities that are spotlighted, calendar, which doesn't seem to have anything coming up at the moment, but a kids page, and information about the library. And the rest of the page is also filled with these links. Here's another link to the kids page. Jumps right out at you. It looks like a kids page being advertised there. The Laurel County online collection. Movie night is being advertised here, and looks like they're going to be showing on August 12th, Unknown, starring Liam Neeson and January Jones, and that is a very good movie. I would recommend it if you haven't seen it and are in the Laurel County area on August the 12th. I'm sure they'll be glad to have you. Here they have flashing ads for new fiction, new nonfiction, the newest DVDs. Recommendations for what to check out if you're not sure. Options for following the library online, Facebook and Twitter. Excuse me, Garrison Keller is the Writer's Almanac. Staff recommendations, and here's the tagline again, dynamic learning opportunities for all. And they're trying to show those dynamic learning opportunities for all. Maybe not literally all of them, but it looks like all of them on this front page. It's just a much busier, flashier design than the academic libraries. And again, I'm sure this is on purpose. You have a lot of people coming to a public library site for any number of reasons. They might be looking for widely divergent things. And the objective here is to show those people, yes, this is what we have. Here you can find what you're looking for. And actually, even though the design is not what you would call balanced, it works. I mean, you know, the various little links and ads here, they don't disrupt one another. They kind of do compete for your attention, but you can sort through fairly easily and find what you may happen to be looking for. And even though it is a very busy site, at least once you've been to it once or twice, I don't think it's all that difficult to deal with. You can find what you want here. Now, it does suggest a very different mindset, a different service mentality than the academic institutions. Perhaps there isn't the rigid professionalism suggested by this site that you get from the academic library sites. But then again, there probably doesn't need to be. Again, the academic websites know that, well, it's not 100%. There's a certain type of thing that most of their students are going to come to their library site looking for. Public library, not so much. They need to be able to immediately promote lots of different things, and their website design reflects this. So I think all three of these websites, the Moorhead website, the Berea website, and the Laurel County Public Library website, are all very good sites. They all fulfill their functions as the designers felt they needed to do, and they all suggest a certain image that library wants to project. Each one of them, I think, accomplishes what they need to accomplish. So those are the three websites that I wanted to briefly look at with you today. I hope that this has been beneficial to you in some way. And we will look forward to talking with you again from Library Stalker later on. Thank you.